Groups in Athens and 6 other counties are suing their Board of Elections. An internal audit reveals Ohio's former LGBT Center director's questionable spending. And in sports, the city of Athens is celebrating women in sports this week. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
Good evening, I'm Taylor Bruck. Thanks for joining us. Members of community groups in Athens and 6 other Ohio counties have filed a lawsuit against the respective boards of elections as well as the Ohio Secretary of State. The lawsuit alleges state and county officials have violated their rights to free speech and to petition the government, along with a number of other rights, by removing certain initiatives from the ballot. Tish Odell, an organizer for the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, which helped file the suit, says an Ohio House bill passed in 2017 paved the way for boards of elections to control the ballots.
You know, the legislature threw in House Bill 463 in 2017, I believe, trying to restrict what could go on ballots. The boards of elections started challenging the initiatives that people were proposing and decided to keep those off the ballot as well. They would vote to keep them off, and the Supreme Court kind of backed up their rationale.
The suit is filed in the U.S. Northern District Court in Youngstown, with court dates still to be set. New information is surfacing from OU's Diversity and Inclusion Vice President's previous job as an Ohio University internal audit was released. Gigi Sekubin worked at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign before coming to OU. Records suggest that there was a $40,000 deficit in her department. Meetings about the audit were also happening the month Sekubin was interviewing at Ohio University. This comes as the Post broke a story of an audit of 7 workers in OU's D&I's office. The audit includes former LGBT Center Director Delphine Bautista. It reports Bautista questionably spent thousands of dollars. They charged more than $35,000 to the university credit card during fiscal year 2018. Bautista may have to reimburse more than $6,000. Employees within the office, including Bautista, had not seen the memo until it was released publicly. Bautista says they have paid back charges in a timely manner. They have appealed the response to their original grievance for reinstatement today. Taylor, we've had some beautiful weather here in Athens lately, but I heard some rains on the forecast. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for better weather today. 65 was the high today, way above average for our February temperatures. But unfortunately, you're right, we do have some rain rolling in this evening. Now we're going to start to see some pop-up showers tomorrow. However, we're going to have some very heavy rain beginning on Wednesday and lasting throughout Thursday. We're going to pretty much see it rain throughout the majority of the day, both Wednesday and Thursday. Then we'll start to see the temperatures take a drop as we head into the weekend, with highs back into the 30s. But right now we're 56 degrees and cloudy. Rain showers likely within the next couple of hours. Then we'll start to see some pop-up showers tomorrow. Now we will take a look at tonight's hour by hour when you can see those rain chances. We have 9 o'clock, 53 degrees with some showers. Now we'll start to see those chances decrease. 40% chance at midnight, 51 degrees. Now tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. we will see some fog, so make sure you keep that in mind for your commute tomorrow, but we will have your full weather forecast coming up later on in the show.
Thank you so much, Taylor. At least 14 people are recovering after a charter bus carrying a high school girls basketball team rolled over. The crash happened Saturday night in Beckley area in West Virginia. Officials say 12 students and 2 adults were hurt. One person was airlifted to a trauma center in Charleston. There's no word on what caused that crash yet. An Ohio man is in custody after police says he killed a detective. Prosecutors in Clermont County say the man accused of shooting a detective over the weekend faked his own suicide and ambushed officers. 23-year-old Wade Wynn appeared in court today. He's accused of fatally shooting Detective Bill Brewer and wounding Lieutenant Nick DeRose when the two entered Wynn's apartment on Saturday to try and help him. Wynn is charged with aggravated murder and attempted aggravated murder. His bond was set at $10 million. The date for an opioid crisis lawsuit is being pushed back again. Some governments claim the drug companies knew problems surrounding opioid addiction, but took no meaningful steps to help. The federal judge in Cleveland set the date for the trial to October 21st. The lawsuit was filed by Cleveland, Akron, and Cuyahoga and Summit counties. The Wright State University Faculty Union is heading back to picket lines. This comes after the latest talk with the university did not result in a deal. The union has been picketing at entrances to the campus since January 22nd. The strike began after the union rejected employment terms issued by school trustees. Their problems were in areas including health care and pay. Active duty military members have free admission to the National Veterans Museum in Ohio this year. The National Veterans Memorial says admission and parking for active duty military members is funded until December 31st. Tickets for military veterans are complimentary every day. The governor of Virginia wants more time while a firestorm of controversy over a decades-old racist photo surrounds him. Democratic Governor Ralph Northam held meetings today as members of his own party call for his resignation. Mary Maloney explains.
Ralph, resign!
Protesters gather outside of Virginia's capital as the governor huddles inside with staff. Ralph Northam is trying to figure out how to move away from this racist photo. It appeared on his page from his 1984 medical school yearbook. Initially, the governor said he was in the photo.
I accept responsibility for my past actions.
24 hours later, Northam changed his tune.
I'm telling the truth today. That was not my picture.
A new Virginia way!
Almost instantly, members of both parties called for his resignation.
The governor's lost the confidence of the people and cannot effectively govern.
We just don't think there's any place for this in the 21st century.
I believe him to be a good person. However, I think for the betterment of our Commonwealth of Virginia, he has to step down.
According to Virginia's Constitution, a governor can be removed from office, but it's not easy.
Obviously, on impeachment, that's a very high standard. And so I think that's why we have called for the resignation. We hope that's what the governor does. I think that would obviously be less pain for everyone.
As the governor asks for time and space to make his decision, he remains in power, but with little support.
I believe the governor has to make a decision that's in the best interest of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
It's a critical week for Congress and President Trump as they head back to the negotiating table to fund the government. Lawmakers have until February 15th to agree on border security funding. The government was partially shut down for more than a month. President Trump still appears to be signaling a border wall or nothing approach to the negotiations.
It's national emergency, it's other things, and there have been plenty national emergencies called. And this really is an invasion of our country by human traffickers. These are people that are horrible people, bringing in women mostly, but bringing in women and children into our country.
President Trump ended his personal golf shutdown with Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. The golf getaway this weekend ends the longest stretch of his presidency without a round at one of his owned courses. President Trump will deliver the State of Union address tomorrow night. He was originally scheduled to deliver the annual speech January 29th. However, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi revoked his invitation during the government shutdown. This will be the first time the president will speak in front of a House dominated by Democrats. Stacey Abrams will give the Democratic response to the speech. She narrowly lost the Georgia governor race this past election. Coming up, an Olympian helps Athens celebrate Women in Sports Week. We'll take a look at that special event next on Newswatch.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at WOUB.org. And thank you.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
Well, if you love TVC basketball action as much as we do, well then we got the show for you. Hardwood Heroes. Come along with us as we will be breaking down all the action every week. It airs Sundays at 11 p.m. and again Mondays at 6 p.m. But remember, our coverage isn't just limited to the show. We have content being posted all week long on our Twitter, Facebook, and even Snapchat. We will also have written recaps posted on our webpage and video recaps on our YouTube channel. So check those out as well. And always remember to be heroic.
I loved Ken Burns' series on the Civil War. It was deeply impacting. I love history. To have those stories told through these letters, those stories of love and loss, it rewrote the book on how to tell a story. When television was invented, there were a lot of people who had dreams about what it could do. I think PBS still aspires for and often succeeds at reaching the highest ideals of what television could be.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
Saturday marked the beginning of National Women and Girls in Sports Week. Reporter Caitlin Coolidge tells us how Logan native and WNBA Hall of Famer Katie Smith helped Athens celebrate.
High school teams, Ohio teams, and distinguished athletes gathered at the Athens Community Center for Athens' first celebration of National Women and Girls in Sports Week. Women panelists from various backgrounds in sports spoke about how they have overcome obstacles in male-dominated fields and what they are planning to achieve to better support women in athletics. Logan High School alumni Katie Smith, who was the keynote speaker, talked about becoming the all-time top scorer in the WNBA, a decorated Olympian, and member of the WNBA Hall of Fame. Smith owed a lot of her success to the Logan community.
All right, when I was up on that medal stand, I was like, well, yep, Logan's with me. You know, my first grade teacher, my second grade teacher, my high school teacher, my classmates.
Smith said more people need to support women in sports in order for female athletes and coaches to have equal pay and recognition with their male counterparts.
We have to change our mindset, make it more normal, and take value, speak up and say, yo, you should be watching these women's basketball games. Put that on TV at the bar. Come on, put that ESPN 2.
Athens Mayor Steve Patterson has made February 6th Women and Girls in Sports Day and hopes to grow it into something bigger.
My hope is that we make this something that extends multiple days like it does at Northwestern, where he's talking about that, how it's a 3-day program. And we'll get there. We will, to where this becomes a full week-long event.
For Newswatch, I'm Caitlin Coolidge.
National Women and Girls in Sports Day began in 1987 to remember Olympic volleyball player Flo Hyman. Since then, it has grown to recognize all women and girls in sports. Next on Newswatch, one piece of clothing from the Super Bowl is trending on social media.
And just how long are we going to see these awesome temperatures stick around? We'll have your full weather forecast coming up next.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at WOUB.org. And thank you.
Well, if you love TVC basketball action as much as we do, well then we got the show for you. Hardwood Heroes. Come along with us as we will be breaking down all the action every week. It airs Sundays at 11 p.m. and again Mondays at 6 p.m. But remember, our coverage isn't just limited to the show. We have content being posted all week long on our Twitter, Facebook, and even Snapchat. We will also have written recaps posted on our webpage and video recaps on our YouTube channel. So check those out as well. And always remember to be heroic.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse.
TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
Good evening. Talk about some weather that will keep you on your toes. Temperatures in the mid-60s today with sunshine, when just last week we were having temperatures below zero. So pretty exciting weather-wise. Right now we're 56 degrees and cloudy, and in the next couple of hours we are going to start to see some rain roll in. Now it will just be some pop-up showers here and there from tonight into tomorrow. However, we are going to start to see some more heavy rain later on this week. But right now around the region, we're seeing temperatures in the mid-50s, 54 in Chillicothe, 56 over in Athens, 57 in Marietta. Now we will see those temperatures drop just slightly overnight tonight. Now, if we look at our almanac for today, we have a record-breaking day. Our high of 65 beats the previous high record in 1991 for 64 degrees. So pretty exciting. We are way above average for today for our February temperatures. Low of 45 degrees. Our average, as we can see, 39 degrees and a low of 20. So we are way above what we should be seeing for February temperatures right now, but it feels pretty good. Now, as we look throughout the night tonight, we'll see when that rain is going to start to come in, and we'll see 9 o'clock, 53 degrees, just a 45% chance for some showers. At midnight, we'll see 51 degrees, and we'll see a few pop-up showers here and there. But as we go into tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., 49 degrees, we are going to see some slight fog, so make sure you give yourself a little bit of extra time on your way to work tomorrow, just in case that will affect your drive. Now, as you can see, we have a lot going on here. Now, we'll start to see this cold front move our way as we head into tomorrow, also bringing in some of that rain into the area. So make sure you keep that in mind tomorrow for whatever you have going on. Now, as we can see tomorrow morning, it's going to be pretty nice tomorrow, but it's going to be 46 and foggy in the morning. So it will be a little bit of a cooler, foggy start tomorrow with some pop-up showers here and there. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to keep the umbrella handy right by your side, because in the next couple of days, you're going to need it for sure. Now, we'll have calm winds out of the northwest, 3 miles per hour. Now, but as we look forward to this week, I said we have some more rain coming on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see just when that's going to come into play. Tuesday, high of 51 degrees with some light rain possible, just a 30% chance. We won't see too much rain, just a couple pop-up showers here and there. Wednesday, 59 degrees. You can expect Wednesday and Thursday pretty much the whole day to be kind of a washout rain, heavy rain throughout most of the day for Wednesday and Thursday. Expect it coming this way. Now tomorrow we can see high of 51, and Wednesday and Thursday we'll still see those temperatures higher than we're used to, high of 59 and 62 on Thursday. But as we go throughout the weekend, that's what's going to bring a little bit of a cool down after this cold front passes through. So we will see our temperatures highs back in the 30s. So Friday we'll have a high of 37, and Saturday high of 33, but at least we'll have some sunshine for your weekend. Now as we look at Sunday, we'll start to see those highs pop back up into the 40s. So we will see a little bit of a warm up ahead into next week, but we do see some rain and cold coming our way.
Thanks a lot, Taylor. Popular soap opera star actor Christoph St. John was found dead yesterday in his California home. The cause of death has not been determined, but Los Angeles police says the medical examiner's office is investigating. St. John was a regular on the CBS soap opera The Young and the Restless since 1991. His work as Neil Winters garnered 2 Daytime Emmys and 10 AACP Image Awards. Christoph St. John was 52. Now, it may have been the lowest scoring in history, but millions tuned into the Super Bowl last night. Brandon Monty is here with sports. How did that game turn out?
Well, the New England Patriots are celebrating their historic win. They defeated the Rams for their 6th title. Omar Jimenez was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium as he takes a look back at the night.
They say offense sells tickets and defense wins games. Well, in the New England Patriots case, it certainly wins Super Bowls. Walking away with their 6th Lombardi trophy, the Patriots tie the Pittsburgh Steelers for most Super Bowl wins all time. And you can't talk Patriots without mentioning quarterback Tom Brady, who now has the most Super Bowl rings for an individual player in history.
I was proud of him at 5. I was proud of him when he didn't have any, but now that he's had 6, it's extra sweet.
Sunday's game also made history as the lowest scoring Super Bowl game. The only touchdown wasn't scored until well into the fourth quarter, and with such underwhelming action on the scoreboard, it's no wonder many at home watched for the commercial appeal. Companies like Bud Light, Doritos, the NFL itself, and even the Washington Post getting in on the action. The ads range from inspirational to silly and everything in between, and cost advertisers more than $5 million for a 30-second spot. But no matter how low scoring it may have been, a win is a win.
It wasn't pretty, but I'll take an ugly loss or ugly win over a pretty loss any day.
In Atlanta, I'm Omar Jimenez reporting.
And it gets more and more expensive to buy an ad during the game. The cost of a 30-second ad during Super Bowl 53 was $5.25 million.
Did you happen to watch the halftime show?
I did, and personally, I wasn't a fan of it.
See, I'm not a huge big fan of football, so I watched the Super Bowl specifically for the halftime show. And despite the controversy, I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, Maroon 5 performed along with Travis Scott and Big Boy, but Adam Levine's shirt stole the spotlight on social media. Some questioned his taste. Morgan Jordal tweeted about it, matching a pillow from the 70s. And take a look at this. @Sean Soups found matching curtains. Others also tweeted about the moment Adam Levine ripped the tank top off. Record-setting afternoon Saturday for the Ohio women's basketball team as Amani Burke and the Bobcats put on a show on the 50th anniversary of the Convocation Center. And while one basketball team thrived Saturday, another struggled. The Ohio men's team fell into a shooting slump early and could not dig themselves out of the hole against Akron. We'll have those stories next on Newswatch.
Thanks, Brandon. Stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse.
TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
Well, if you love TVC basketball action as much as we do, well then we got the show for you. Hardwood Heroes. Come along with us as we will be breaking down all the action every week. It airs Sundays at 11 p.m. and again Mondays at 6 p.m. But remember, our coverage isn't just limited to the show. We have content being posted all week long on our Twitter, Facebook, and even Snapchat. We will also have written recaps posted on our webpage and video recaps on our YouTube channel. So check those out as well. And always remember to be heroic.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at WOUB.org. And thank you.
Welcome back, I'm Brandon Monty. This weekend, the Ohio women's basketball team helped the Convocation Center celebrate its 50th anniversary in style, as there were several record-setting performances. Bobcat guard Amani Burke set a Convocation Center and Ohio record, while also tying the MAC record Saturday, knocking down more threes than I can count with my hands. The junior guard shot 11 for 15 from beyond the arc, and it only took her 3 quarters to do it. Burke fell just 1-3 shy of the NCAA record and was the main catalyst in the Ohio victory. As you might expect, Burke was all smiles after her performance, and Coach Bob Bolden was amazed as well.
Really describe it. It was like the shots were going in even if I wasn't trying to shoot them to go in. Like I was just shooting naturally. Like usually I'm thinking like really hard. And I'm like, all right, you know, shoot straight. You know.
It wasn't just Burke who caught fire, though, as the Bobcats hit 17 three-pointers to tie a Convocation Center record. The final was 94-62, as the Bobcats improved to 18-2 on the year and 7-2 in MAC play. Their next contest will be right back in the Convo Wednesday when they host the Akron Zips. While one team could not miss, another just couldn't buy a bucket, as the Ohio men's basketball team ran into a buzzsaw against the Akron Zips and their top-ranked MAC defense. The Bobcats fell 65-53 as they shot just 37% from the field and registered their lowest scoring output since they put up 52 against Toledo back on January 18th. Forward Doug Taylor and head coach Saul Phillips were both disappointed that they couldn't put on a better show for the home fans.
Yeah, it hurt me really bad just to see the score and see the crowd, and I just felt like me and the team let everybody down, and we should have put on a better show for the people that came out, just because of the 50th anniversary, and that was the most people we've seen in the Convo in a while. So you got to have more intensity, especially when it's a big crowd.
I thought we were more tentative tonight offensively. I thought we had some guys passing up some good shots at times, and as you're growing as a team, sometimes you get into those ruts where you're having a hard time trying to figure out where to insert yourself and when to insert yourself into the offense. And again, I see some people.
The Bobcats will get a week of rest as they will look to snap their two-game skid in Oxford Saturday at Miami in the Battle of the Bricks. The Ohio wrestling team overcame the loss of a few usual starters to take down Central Michigan Sunday 19-15. The top performers for the Bobcats were Cameron Kelly, Alec Hagan, Zach Carson, and Colt Yinger, who all won their respective matches. The Bobcats held off a late comeback attempt by the Chippewas to improve to 5-4 on the year and 3-1 in MAC play. The Bobcats are second in the Mid-American Conference and have won 3 straight against MAC opponents. Their next match is at home this Friday against Old Dominion. I'm Brandon Monty, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Taylor.
Thanks, Brandon. More than 17 million people are expected to stay home from work today to recover from the Super Bowl. It's known as Super Sick Monday or the Super Bowl fever. It's due to people overdoing it with food, alcohol, and staying up too late watching the game. The cost of productivity loss could top $4 billion, and companies know full well. The staffing firm Office Team found 72% of HR managers thought the Monday after the Super Bowl should be a holiday. Let's take a final look at the weather for the week. Taylor?
Now I know we're all hoping that this weather that we had today would stick around for just a little bit longer, but unfortunately, rain's coming our way tonight within the next couple of hours. In fact, around 7 p.m., we're going to start to see those showers pop up into tomorrow as well. Now, as we look at Tuesday, we have a high of 51, 30% chance we'll see some slight pop-up showers, nothing too crazy. Wednesday and Thursday, that's when we're going to start to see the rain pick up, and we'll have some heavy rain throughout the day on both Wednesday and Thursday, so keep it in mind. Grab your umbrellas and your rain jackets. You will need them, but we'll still see our temperatures nearing the 60s and high of 62 on Thursday. Now, as we look at the weekend, that's when we'll see our temperature take a drop off. Our highs are going to be in the 30s. Saturday, we will get some sunshine, although it will be a little bit colder with high of 33, but we will start to see the temperatures pop back up into next week with seeing highs in the 40s.
And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Taylor Bruck. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. Have a great night.